Okay, so welcome back. Welcome back to返學 DSE, and we are in chapter 23. We will talk about different infectious disease. So in order to talk about disease, we also would like to define health. So for health, it have different aspects like the physical, mental, and also social well-being. So there are various aspects of health other than just being physically fit. And there are also three factors of infectious disease. There's the cause. All of them are caused by pathogens. So we have to understand the pathogens and we understand the source, and we have a host and also the environment. And there will be four types of pathogens: virus, bacteria, protists, and also fungus. And remember, for virus, they are smaller and they are not living particles, while for bacteria, they are bigger and also they are living organisms. And for virus, the best example will be coronavirus. It leads to SARS and also COVID-19, which affect us deeply, and also it includes the dengue fever virus. And for bacteria, there are two examples. There is the E. coli 0157 and also cholera. Remember, for normal E. coli, it is not pathogenic, which is not causing any disease. However, for this particular strain, that is E. coli 0157, it can cause disease. And also for the protists, the best example will be malaria. And for fungus, the best example will be aphis foot. And as we are talking about infectious disease, there should be ways to transmit it. So method one will be through air and droplets. And the example will be coronavirus and also tuberculosis. In short form, we call it TB. And for the prevention, remember what we have experienced in the recent years, that we wear face masks, we have social distancing, and also we wash our hands regularly. And for method two, it will be either through the contaminated food and water. And the best example will be cholera. So in order to prevent them, we have to drink clean water and also to cook the food completely. Method 3 is by body fluid, which include blood and semen. And the best example will be HIV, which can lead to AIDS. Okay, so this is the virus, while this is the disease name. And the best prevention is always use the condom for this case. And method 4 is through vectors. For example, dengue fevers. Dengue fevers are caused by mosquito, so the best way to prevent it is to kill the vectors. While for the rabies, they are caused by dogs, so it's not a good example to kill all the vectors. So it needs other measures to deal with it. For method 5, there is the direct contact. The best example will be aphis food. In order to prevent it, we have to maintain good personal hygiene and avoid sharing personal items. So in order to treat infectious disease, there will be generally two directions. One is killing the pathogens, and other one is inhibiting the growth of the pathogens. So antibiotics are commonly used because it is useful against bacteria and fungus. So the best example will be penicillin, which is lead to the Nobel Prize in 1945. And here are how the antibiotics works. So for these four methods, you have to remember it clearly. First one is it inhibits the formation of the bacterial cell wall. Without the cell wall, the cell becomes fragile and our immune system can attack it easily. And it will also damage the cell membrane directly. And again, our immune system can handle those pathogens easily. Thirdly, we will inhibit the synthesis of the nucleic acid, which prohibit the pathogens from replicating. And fourth will be it binds to the bacterial ribosome and inhibit the protein synthesis. Without protein, the normal metabolic activities cannot be carried out, so eventually the pathogen will die. However, there is a problem. The problem is the spectrum. We have a large spectrum antibiotics, which means that it kills a lot of different bacteria, and it is not good because there are beneficial bacteria. And also, antibiotics is not effective against viruses. And as we are overusing the antibiotics, we face a problem called this indiscriminate use of antibiotics. Why? Because people use it to treat virus, and also some people is not completing a course, and also the farmers are using to prevent the animals from different diseases. And what is the consequences? It will build up antibiotic resistance, and which means that previously treatable disease may no longer be curable. And also, the beneficial bacteria will be killed. So there are ways to slow down the development of the antibiotics resistance. That is, we use it only when needed, and we complete the course of antibiotics, and we keep on developing new drugs. However, for the third one, it takes time and very costly. And finally, there are a type of drug called the sulfite drug. It is inhibiting the enzyme in the bacteria, and then the bacteria will die. So how disease can be prevented? The best way is to stop disease from occurring. And another way is to treat or detect the diseases in an early stage, which means you will spend less money and this is easier to cure. So what should our government do? Here are some general directions: offering immunization programs, encouraging citizens to adopt healthy lifestyle, and also promoting community health. So how it can be done? For the immunization program, we have vaccinations and we use vaccines. So the best example is that free vaccines provided to the kids and also the COVID-19 vaccines we received. And also there are seasonal subsidized or free influenza vaccinations for the elderly and also for the youngsters. And we are all protected because of this term, herd immunities, 群體免疫. And for this term, if you just simply Google it, and then you will find a lot of discussion about it, because for the COVID-19 vaccine, this is the principle behind. As for the healthy lifestyle, what is the healthy lifestyle though? Maintain good personal hygiene, have a balanced diet, exercise regularly, and have enough rest. These are called the healthy lifestyle, which our mother's company call us to do. And also we will remove the source of infections and break the transmission link and control the risk factor. So how about community health? So what is it about? It's about screening, that is allowing early diagnosis of different disease like the cervix screening program, and also for males they will regularly screen for colon cancer. And there are different disease surveillance and also health education programs. So here is the extract from the HKEA program. So we have to define what is health, and we understand about infectious disease in this chapter. In the previous chapter, we talked about the non-infectious disease. And for the infectious disease, we know the cause and rate of transmission and how we can treat it. And for bacterial-based or fungus-based, we can use antibiotics to treat it. And there is a specific type of drug called the sulfite drug, as mentioned in the curriculum. So I hope after this intensive video, you will have a better understanding about what is infectious disease and also health. So see you next time. Bye.